Alright, hello, welcome back. And say hello to my service dog, Shadow. She's sleeping. So, to recap what happened last time. To recap, I'm very confused. Because I'm torn between three theories. Either this woman is Hannah and she has a double personality, or she is actually Eve and sometimes thinks she is Hannah, or believes that Hannah is supposed to be her or something, I don't know, or something paranormal is going on and the dollhouse that keeps getting mentioned is haunted and is possessing her in some form or whatever. But so, shall we move on? Alright. Continue. Okay, we got... So, Eric. There's other words I realized that I can put down. I want to look up Eve. And I can't remember what the other one was. I'll remember it later. So, Eric. We'll see what she has to say about Eric.
He was wearing a shirt.
Okay, that's very
turtleneck shirt.
Descriptive.
And jeans.
Okay.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was
All right.
a gift from his boss, Eric.
Okay, so
he has
Eric
a coat, a long grey
is
duffel coat.
Simon's boss.
There. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
All right. Next one.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
All right. Doesn't really say much. Tell me much. At least for now.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa.
Okay.
A silver one.
Got a silver Visa.
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Alright, and that's one
Eric
for
was
Eric.
like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other.
Alright, so Eric
especially when they have to go to conferences.
Simon is
He
close.
met his wife, Diane.
Okay, so Diane. Another one. I think I should write these down. Do I have something to write on? Alright, so I want to look up Diane. I know I'm going to forget all this. Diane, just like I forgot the other word. Eve. Eve. So far, that's all I remember. I want to look up Eve first. So I know it's gotta... Okay. We already saw the second one on the end. That's where I first heard Eve. Now... Let me see. This one is the 30th day of the 6th month. This one is 3rd day of the 7th month. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do this in order.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it.
Alright.
I mean, really hate her sometimes.
I just kind of want to get a basis to see if Eve is a real person. It's really just bugging me.
We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Oh my god.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment,
You're saying this like it's
just wanted to kill her
supposed to be normal.
and watch her drown.
Yeah. I tried to kill my best friend. I tried to drown her.
But that was it.
That
just
was
a moment.
it.
We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
I love her so much. I just want to kill her.
A police station.
Yes, you're in a police station.
When I was young,
Alright.
we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
Ooh, that's not crazy at all.
Taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there.
Well,
to
yeah,
get
you
there.
sort of had to pay
He was
taxi
suspicious
drivers.
because we were so young, so he told the police.
Oh.
So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Damn. So you try to kill her, and you just blame everything on her. If Eve is a real person, then it sounds like Eve is Hannah's go-to for blaming. Like, she doesn't want to take responsibility for anything, so she'll blame Eve to try to get away from all the trouble. So whether or not she still knows her friend now, then, like, if Eve isn't even in the picture right now, she may be trying to, or kind of channel Eve in and keep Eve as the scapegoat, the blame. I can't remember what it's called psychologically. I can't remember what it's called, but that is something that people do. They just don't want to take responsibility, so they will find another reason for other things to happen, or for them to react the way that they do. Now, a couple days later.
My mother called me Eve.
It's going back and forth. Unless her parents knew about her little episodes. And anytime she says, oh, Eve did it, they're like, oh, well, our daughter is crazy. She can't help it. So let's just let her off. Whatever. Okay, so now I have Diane to look up. Alright. Hey, there's the guitar again. Alright, so we're gonna probably have another musical number, right? I did listen to that ballad outside of this game, and like the original people that sung it and other people that sung it and covered it. It's a really nice ballad. It's very morbid, but it's nice. It's got a nice tune. Love it.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She
Alright.
used to look out for me when I worked there.
Alright, so Diane and Eric have 2 kids. Oh,
Yeah,
is that
that's
the...
Simon's watch.
That's a watch,
It was a
okay.
gift from Eric.
It was another
He got it this year.
evidence bag.
It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Alright, so...
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
house. You were in Glasgow during the murder? But you said it was... Wait, when was this? When was it given to you?
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric.
Oh, this year.
He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose.
Okay, so it was this year. And... So she... Just move forward because I'm confused.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
Nice.
And the last
Good
time
cook.
Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Oh, I got an achievement. Have you ever eaten fennel? Is my achievement. Alright, so maybe another musical number?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Okay, so what I got from these Diane videos, that Diane is a good cook. Simon tried cooking once. She didn't tell us how good it was, but she had to find fennel. And that Eric and Simon never argued unless it had to do with work. So obviously Eric and Simon seemed to be very close. Let's see what else. Maybe the van? Nope. Car. Oh, alright, we got 4 on the car.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Alright, so where'd you go?
I was upset.
Thought you were in Glasgow.
I wanted to get away.
Oh yeah,
To
wait.
the car.
I don't know. She is going back and forth with things. Or at least that's how I'm perceiving it. Alright, so she has no alibi, sounds like. So far, it sounds like she has no alibi. He left, and so she left too.
I got in the car and I drove.
Wait. So, they only have one car that they share, but he also has the van. If he drove off, but the van is still, like, at the time of these interviews, the van is still at their house, what vehicle did he take? If he did take the van, he had to have gone back home at some point to drop the van off and then go off and die. Alright, hold on.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow.
Oh, here's Glasgow.
I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Okay, so that's where Glasgow comes in.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back.
Okay.
Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up.
What were they arguing
I got back
about
to the house
anyways?
Simon wasn't there. And
Oh wait, she says that she doesn't remember.
Ugh. Is there a bin?
I'm sorry, I don't do vomit. Even when someone is starting to retch, like you can just see it, they're doing this, the retching convulsions. And then hearing it is just gross for me. Huh. Oh, that's probably why they brought the water.
Yeah. I pulled over and
Probably
sat
why
in the
her
car.
hair's back.
This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
So you have no one to verify your alibi. So you're saying you're in Glasgow. Huh. Alright, let's check out Glasgow. Oh boy, how do you spell that? I know I'm not spelling that right. Alright, let me... Ooh.
I got in the car
I almost...
and I drove.
I
I just
almost...
kept driving north.
Watch that one. I
Just
did not
kept
want to
going,
watch
just wanted
watch
to get
that
as
one.
far away as I could. When I finally stopped,
Glasgow. Any new ones? Got 2 new ones. After throw up.
no, I don't think so.
Is that the watch?
Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Alright, so she's saying that there's no one there to verify she was there, so. Alright.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me.
Oh my god.
But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at.
But
There's a scratch on the car.
oh my god! So, how was it that it went from, like, so quickly within, what was this? This was at 9 p.m. That's at 9. It's at 9. I haven't watched that one yet. All this within 5 minutes. It seems like it went from Glasgow was empty. I was exhausted. I slept. And then when I woke up the next morning, I came back to, oh, I hit a taxi. And I was in the hospital. How did it... I mean, I know I said that contradictions happen all the time, but that was quick. And yeah, it can happen that quick, but that was quick.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over.
Okay, I did see this
slept
one,
in the
so
car.
but it still had the eye over it.
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past.
Oh,
I
okay.
got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry.
I haven't seen this one.
Tried calling someone from the payphone and then headed back.
Yeah, it went from one extreme to another. Went from point A to point C without hitting point B and just went there directly. You know, fold in time time and space. Let's see. Oh, pregnancy. Anything for pregnant? How do you spell pregnancy? Alright, well, I did actually spell it right. There's only one. Alright, there's some other words I want to check out, but that's all the time we have for today for this one. Check back again, because we'll be doing this again. Alright, thanks for joining me. Have fun. Bye.